All right, what is going on, everybody? I am Chris C., also known as the Slasher Nerd, also known as the Slasher Dude, also known as Black Glove Reviews. If you like slashers, if you like the giallo, this is the place to be. Hit those buttons if you could, please. You can find me here, of course, on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter, and you can also find me on Letterboxd under the name Black Glove Reviews. Okay, so I've been waiting on this. I pre-ordered this release through Severin Films. It's a great boutique label. Definitely check out their site if you have not. Mr. Randy Gregory and those boys and girls do a great job over there. A lot of their releases, they've been my boutique label of the year, like a couple years ago, I believe. And this is one I've been waiting to for a while. I was surprised. They do very good with their box sets, and this is a good one. I am a Hammer fan of Hammer horror. Been into it for a few years. Of course, Horror of Dracula, Curse of Frankenstein, which is an all-timer. Warner Archive released the 4K. Then, of course, Hammer in general has their own boutique label line as well, and they've come out with some bangers. They have some great ones coming, including Horror of Dracula, aka Dracula and stuff. Which, like I say, I like Hammer horror a bit more than Universal horror. I know that's a hot take for some, but they don't seem to miss from what the films I've seen. Excuse me. And there's a lot more Hammer horror I have to see. Like, I have some Hammer horror like sets behind me here, at least through Scream Factory, and then of course, they lose the rights to that. Slippy and Mr. May over there at the Synapse have come out with some Hammer horror, some later ones. And, Hammer in general have picked them up as well and started re-releasing them in 4K format and all these other labels throughout the world. So, but this is, I'll just show this off right now. This just got delivered to me today, and that is, Sangster directs Hammer. So we have 3 films here, and of course we have ones that he directed: The Horror of Frankenstein, Lust for the Vampire, which I have the Scream Factory release back there, and then Fear in the Night with Peter Cushing, and a few other ones there too. Joan Crawford? No, I said that wrong. I do apologize, but Joan Collins. So she's in Fear of the Night, which I heard is Jolly adjacent a little bit. So definitely going to check that out. So we have a 7-disc set here. 7-disc set loaded with special features. So basically you have, just like, the North American UHD premieres of 3 classic films on 7 discs with an all-new 312-page book and 18 plus combined hours of special features. Let's open this bad boy out. I peeked in here before. This is very cool. I did not expect them to do this, but hey, why not? So just lift this guy up right here. They have like the best box sets in the game here. And let's see what's going on. Take these out very slowly because I sometimes get the jitters. So yeah. So here we go. The Horror of Frankenstein. Look at that. Its own slip and stuff like that too. And of course, the very late great Mr. Bates playing Victor Frankenstein. Now, just take this off as well. Love the artwork for this too. This is so cool. So yeah, there you go with that. And just loaded with special features. So I'll go through these real quick. So special features, you have disc 1, which is the 4K. You have disc 2, which is the Blu-ray. And just load with all the special features right here. And yes, Scream Factory did release The Horror of Frankenstein. So, but as you can see from that, then you have that one right there. So very cool. Back in here. And Ralph Bates, I believe it is. I probably said that wrong. Mr. Bates, too. I know there's a doc on him, too. May he rest in peace, man. Watched a little bit of that doc, talking to his loved ones and whatever like that. It can pull at the heartstrings a bit. But yeah, very great British actor. Darren from Subjective Perspective Collective has more info on him as well. But yeah, so you have that one here. I gotta be careful. Some of these, too, may look a bit different. So Lust of the Vampire, which I also have from Scream Factory. This is part of the Karnstein trilogy, which is basically every. That's a badass photo right there. I'm going to show the back a bit. Yeah, but like say part of a Karnstein trilogy, you know, Carmella, all this other stuff too. So yeah, same thing. Awesome slips. My God. So better be careful with this one. I don't want to damage it. Makes me wonder if they're going to release these separately. Maybe, maybe not. I could see this selling out pretty quickly. So yeah, there you go. Lost the Vampire. Special features, same thing. Like I say, just loaded here. And yep, same thing. So they kind of reversed that a bit. So that's what it looks like on the Blu-ray. The 4K, that's the artwork that's on the Blu-ray from Scream Factory, and then here's the new kind of like actual photos of it. So yeah, very cool. And yeah, so very neat, very neat. Slide this slowly back in there. Now the one that's after this is the one. It's one of the more interesting ones of that time. This was like towards the end of you can say Hammer Horror's life cycle till they kind of change names and stuff like that too. And we have Fear of the Night. So yeah, this looks like basically a Jally, almost like that. And Peter Cushing's in it, absolutely all day, and also Mr. Bates is in this one as well. It's harder with the black gloves I have wearing and stuff like that too, because you can't leave no fingerprints, people. But there we go. Nice and easy. These are nice slips, like Vinegar Syndrome. I'm just saying, looks like everyone else is taking notice. That's pretty cool if that's the case. There you go. Fear in the Night. Those special features. Let's look at this one real quick. So the third and final feature, directed by Jimmy Sangster, is a sly nod to Diabolique, a deft reworking of his earlier Hammer script for Scream of Fear. So like say you have Judy Geeson, you have Ralph Bates. Okay, so I want to make sure I say that right. Yeah, of Taste the Blood of Dracula, another very great Hammer horror film, one of the better later Hammer horror Dracula films. I love that film a lot as well. Of course, like that, and you have Joan Collins in here as well. So gothic horror with giallo adjacent elements. Hey, why not? And this has 3 discs in here. So we have Fear in the Night here. Oh yeah. So you have that. Then you have additional extras. So here's the extras disc. So let's look at that real quick. Disc 3, Hammer and Beyond the Jimmy Sangster Legacy. 2026 documentary by Hammer historian Marcus Hearn. The Man from Bristol, Ralph Bates, remembered. Interviews with actress wife Virginia Retherell and composer son Will Bates. Narrated by Lust for a Vampire co-star Judy Matheson. That's worth it for this release alone. Just that, you know, I love my Hammer docs and stuff like that, specifically on Sangster. He is a very good director, and you know, it's just very cool getting these films in really 4K is so cool with the nice sexy slips, and like I say on the top it says a Hammer film. So yeah, very cool. So yeah, so you basically get 7 discs total with these. So cool. I'm sorry, I'm really giddy over this. Oh, then you get this bad boy here. Horror, Lust, Fear, Sangster. And then there you go with that as well. Look how thick that sucker is. This is almost on par with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre release. Thickness of a book wise, but not as a thickness. I know that's a beautiful lady, by the way. I'm not gonna go through this a little bit. Severin presents the horror of Frankenstein, Lust for a Vampire, and Fear in the Night. Directed by Jimmy Sangster, Hammer's most prolific and celebrated writer. So yeah, very good writer as well and stuff like that too. So yeah, Scars of Dracula as well he did. So it has iconic posters like double billing, which basically that's how they did double billing for these Hammer films, and that looks great. The artwork is terrific, man. Another one, Scars of Dracula. Kino Lorber picked up, was originally under Scream Factory. I have that release from them. If you can get Scream Factory Hammer films, get them. You know, because they have like that same type of special features. And yeah, and then good old Mister Good Looking Ralph Bates right there, and some commentary on him, interviewed by Serena Cairns, questions prepared by Bruce G. Hollenbeck. So yeah, it's very cool. Shop of Horrors and stuff like that too. Yeah, him and his wife. Yeah, it's so cool to see that. Yeah, it's so cool to see that. So yeah, you get this thick book with this. In my opinion, awesome release. I'm gonna say it right now. This is number one right now for me so far. I still have to watch these. As my release of the year. Um, I can't believe I'm saying that now. There's a lot of great stuff that has come out already. From Severin, they might be my boutique label of the year. Again, it just seems to work with them. They do the best box sets, in my opinion, around out of anybody. And this is a good one. Very cool. I love the way it's just a top loader, basically. And you gotta love the big boxes. A quick shout out to Aaron from Cult of Cinema. He talked about some underrated Severin box sets that he's recently picked up. One of those is one that I have, of course, the Eurocrypt of Christopher Lee. But this is a good one. Hope you all like this unboxing and showcase of this great box set so far. I can't wait to dive into these and watch these because that's what it's all about. If you like what you see here, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I am Black Love Reviews. I will see you all awesome savages next time.